Your intro music is killer.
Hey y'all, yes, I love that little countdown. It gives everybody a chance to jump on, and then it gives me a chance to look in the screen and be like, did I do everything that I was supposed to do
Yeah.
before I jumped on? Good evening. Hey, AKH, how are you? Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Yes, it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. How are you? Who is out there in YouTube land? So good evening. If this is your first time jumping on, I am Charisma. Charisma Cares travels the world. Here I talk about my life, my problems as expats. I talk about investing in real estate and being a single mom traveling the world with my son with special needs and disabilities. Sometimes we travel. Sometimes my daughter joins in, not often because she says she don't like all that travel. But we talk about that and real estate and all of that kind of stuff. So last time I went live, y'all wanted to know what my life was like here in Mexico City. So I was like, that's cool. So, I'm gonna tell you about life here in Mexico City because I only been here, I've been here for all of these weeks, like 3 weeks, y'all. I've been here for a few weeks and I decided, okay, let's do a little bit of comparison. So I brought in Sondra from Lack to Legacy. Met her when I went down to Cancun and did the Exodus Summit. So I know she's out there living her best life. So I figured, okay, let's go ahead and compare Mexico City and Playa del Carmen because if y'all have watched me before, y'all know I have this love-hate relationship with Playa del Carmen. I do want to go back to Playa del Carmen, but Playa del Carmen is like my hot girl summer place, right? So I've had
Yeah, look, you need both of these cities in your life. You need them both. You know, Mexico City is one of my favorite cities in the world.
Is it really? See,
I
yeah,
promise.
I probably need balance because I'm not a single.
Hmm.
I'm a mom, right? Like
Yeah,
Sandra, you out here living life. You don't have any kids. You
right.
free, so
It's
you can do
rooftop
that,
life. It's spas
girl.
by days, rooftops by night, girl.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you
So
are in the best place. I'm telling you. I think you need both of these cities. I
do I?
know, I spent some time in Mexico City too. From I think last year from around Thanksgiving through New Year's. So
Okay.
yeah, we turned up in Mexico City. Yes. I
Now,
love
who
that
did you
place.
come with though? Because you need the turn up crew. I have not
You
found the.
know
I don't
what?
know where the turn up crew is.
I was actually with girl. I met people there. I actually was with a fellow sister traveler from Exodus Summit, and we came together. But while we were there, I can't tell you how many people I met. Oh, and Kimberlyn was there. I don't know if you know Kimberlyn,
Mm-mm.
but Kimberlyn's channel is minding my black ass business. So
Okay.
you knew we had a good time. So I
Okay.
met her and met, it's just, you know how it goes when you're out on the
Right.
road and you're traveling. You see
Well,
another sister.
that's the thing. I don't see very many sisters or brothers around here, but I'm gonna tell you about that. So for the you all that do not know Sandra, go ahead and introduce yourself to the ladies.
Hi, ladies. My name is Sondra, and Charisma and I met through Exodus Summit. So we have that in common. We both love to travel. I'm a retired teacher. I taught for almost 30 years, got two grown children. Whoop, whoop.
Ooh.
So I'm out here, I retired a couple years ago, And I, left the US, sold everything, got rid of everything I couldn't sell, I got rid of. Came to Mexico. It's been a full year. And when I first got here, I did a little bop around. So that's how I got to CDMX. And it was great. I thought Barcelona was my favorite city. No, 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 baby. If you haven't been to Mexico City, y'all need to get there. Mexico City is everything.
Really?
Everything. Yeah,
So,
I love it.
okay, okay. So, but you're in Playa del Carmen. You settled
I'm
in
in.
Playa del Carmen.
Yep, Playa still has my heart. So I
Okay.
started out there, bopped around for a little bit, and then ultimately wound up back in Playa, which is for now my temporary home base. So yeah,
Okay.
my heart belongs to Playa, but Mexico City, oh, it did it for me.
So, okay, you got to tell me about that. So, since I've been in Mexico City, I can probably, so about 3 weeks, I can probably count on one hand how many Black people I have seen. So, today, though, today I saw four. Like, and when you see
They
them,
were waiting.
why you know, the reason why you know is when you see them, they make a very specific effort to like be like, hey, or smile or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people that I'm like, oh, I have to, I'm going here and I only want to be around Black people. I like to be around a multitude of individuals. So that's why it kind of stood out to me that it doesn't really seem like it's a lot of Black people here. It's not a lot of us, but the people I've spoken with in the groups, they all gone. They said it's too cold. They left for the winter.
That's that part. That's why I say you need both these beautiful cities in your life. Mexico City is cold, and that is the very reason why I left. It's beautiful, but baby, I can't do coats. I left Chicago. Why would I want to do
This
coats? I'm
is
talking
true.
about coats and shoes. That's
Wait,
not
wait, wait, wait. I
not
don't have
for
any
me.
coats or shoes. So right now it's like upper 70s, low 80s. When do the coats and shoes come out? Because y'all know I got to get up out of
I
here
was
before the coats
there
and shoes.
for Christmas and New Year's Eve, and it was chilly. You might want to scurry on over here to PDC where it's nice
Right,
and
right.
warm.
So let me tell y'all. So I'm gonna tell you so far my experience in Mexico City. So got here and it was my son's birthday. So we kind of did this combination of his birthday and Dia de Muerto, Day of the Dead. So we kind of combined that. So in about a week and a half, we did the Day of the Dead parade. We went to Six Flags. We went to the Frida Kahlo Museum, the famous museum they tell y'all to go to. I didn't think it was that great, but we went to that museum. They went to the movies. What else did we do? We went to the aquarium. We've done a few things. I wanted to get to salsa, but I can never seem to get to salsa. I have met up with some expats and we've had lunch, but everybody seems so lackluster here. Like the only thing they are excited about is Black Panther 2. Like Wakanda Forever. That is the only thing they seem to be really excited about
I
since
guess
I've
you have to go
been
to
here.
Mexico City, girl, during the holidays because we were there. I'm telling you, in the holidays at the Zocalo,
Mhm.
what? The Esquite alone. Oh my goodness. I saw quite a few of us, people of color, in the Zocalo, but it was around the holiday. So, people are coming in, especially New Year's Eve. We are there. I don't know where you got to go, what trees you got to shake. But sis, we are in Mexico City. There's a Facebook group. I think Adelia may have a Facebook
Yeah.
group, doesn't
You're
she?
gone
Brothers and
too.
Sisters of Mexico City. Did
Adelia
you?
left too. Everybody is gone. Shauna says she
She
wants to go
called.
to the shoe museum. Okay, I need to know what the shoe museum is. Do you know what the shoe museum is?
I didn't see the shoe museum, but I sure went to the chocolate museum and the
Okay.
castle and the zoo. Come on, Mexico City goes is endless.
So there's stuff like there's museums and stuff like that, but what I'm not finding is like when am I gonna go salsa or hang out or like I did see salsa in the
Hmm.
park and it may be so let me add that I'm staying in Condesa. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
staying in Polanco. Polanco is the most expensive. That's the high class, like Beverly Hills of Mexico. And it's interesting that it's the Beverly Hills of Mexico because all of the stuff that they import from the States is even more expensive than it is in the States. So for us, I'm kind of like, why would I go buy this? Like, this is literally almost double. So
Mm-hmm.
Condessa area is a like Condessa, Roma is a big expat area, but it's affordable for us outside of Airbnb. Airbnb prices are ridiculous. But if you're staying like 6 months, a year, it's affordable. From the people that I talk to, it can go from 800 unfurnished to about 1,200 furnished. That seems to be typical. On Airbnb, it could be 2,000 and up. It can be crazy for like a 2 bedroom, but it seems pretty typical that those are the prices. So Condessa, it's that area. It's very walkable. It's a lot of food vendors. I went and got my nails done.
Mm-hmm.
Mani Petty with designs in gel was like $40. That was good.
That's
Those
pretty
type of
pricey. That's a little more pricey than what I would pay in PDC.
girl,
Yeah,
it's not
I can.
cheap.
Yeah, it's not. And PDC isn't cheap either. So y'all get that out of your heads. I don't know who told you. That is a myth. It is less expensive, but I wouldn't call it cheap by any stretch of the
Yeah.
imagination. Y'all do
So
know I have roomies, right? Pardon me.
that's okay. So the thing is with Mexico City, I think what it is that we look at Mexico and we're like, oh, it's gonna be so cheap. So you gotta remember with Mexico City, it's one of the biggest cities in the world, right? I think they said it's like number 4 or 5. I think it used to be the biggest on this side of the hemisphere. It's like number 2 now. So it's a pretty popular city, but it's still inexpensive if you're doing a lease. Now, if you're visiting like I am for a month or two, like I said, those Airbnbs are 2,000 and up, which I think
Yeah.
is pricey for Mexico, in my mind. But for those people that are living here, like I went to one lady's place, I mean, $1,100, 2 bedrooms furnished. It was beautiful. So
Yeah.
you can get those apartments for a good price if you're going to be living here. But
Mm.
everybody that I met, they're like, yeah, I had to get in and out the Airbnbs. I had to make a decision. Either I'm staying or I'm going. Where and like I said, the nails around 40. I was happy for the 40 because I'm gonna tell you in
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, a basic
Mm-hmm.
pedicure at this point is about $50.
Yep.
No
I don't
design,
even
no
feel with it.
nail.
Right. In Chicago, you know that you already know. Yep. Way
Girl.
over top. Yes.
Right.
So
But
all of this is very reasonable. Yes, we are not complaining.
right. So, but then I was like, I want to get my hair braided. For me to get what I want now is like $300. For me to
Mm,
get individuals is like $200. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till I get back up to Atlanta because y'all are tripping. Like, it's not even like they like these braids are on point. I'm supposed to be
mhm,
paying top prices for mediocre work. I was like, ooh, I
mhm,
gotta get up out of Mexico City.
mhm. Yeah, and some things I think are more expensive just because it's the city. In
Yeah,
PDC, some things are less. Yeah, certainly nails, hair. I would
yeah,
expect to pay a little less here.
yeah. Because like with the hair, I think what it is that it's only expats that's coming in. It's only us that's getting our hair braided, unless they want to
Mhm.
get their hair braided for fun. But they know we're coming in and we're getting ours done regularly.
Wow.
Black women build wealth. She said $200 for singles. Yes. For individual braids, not even tiny, not like they put a picture up that said micros. I said, micro what? That looks like your fat number 2 pencil. I said, those are
Yeah.
not micros. Why are you
That's
charging me
not what we call micros.
right?
And they were
And
top dollar. Oh, we could talk about that because PDC can get outrageous too. There's some things that you have to do a double take, like what? Because there's
right,
some fancy accommodations here too. And you're paying American prices, but I'm not getting American quality. I
that
have a
part,
problem with that.
that part. So, what do your
Mhm.
prices look like? Because I'm always like, well, how much are my hair, my nails, and my eyebrows? That's like,
Well, see, you know what? See, I'm probably not the best person to talk about prices. Look, it's so shameful. Sometimes I'm aware and sometimes I'm not. Because if the price is so reasonable compared to what I would pay in the States. I'm like, okay, I may not pay close attention. Like today, I would say for brows, lashes, girl, this is criminal. I think I paid $40 to get all of that done. And I don't know. What's the normal price? I don't
Wait,
know.
what does all of that include?
Girl, full set of lashes, single individuals on threaded brows, girl, at the beach. Beautiful. That man did everything but pour me a cocktail. I'm telling you, baby, it's
See,
beautiful. And I promise you, I'm thinking with the tip, I made out for less about $40, y'all. Now, is that a good price? I don't know, but it sounded good to
so
me.
to me, so okay, since I was in the DR as well, that is a little bit more comparable to the DR. DR may be a little lower because I would get individual lashes, like individual, not the strip, and my eyebrows threaded, and I would get the tint. I think I would spend like $10, $15. Like
What? Look, I'm fresh off of the Chicago trauma. I don't know anything about that. This sounded so
right.
reasonable. I was so happy to give that man that money. I was like, are you kidding?
Right.
Mm,
So it sounds
being
like
sweet.
Playa is like a happy median there because I paid to get my
Mhm.
eyebrows waxed. I paid what I would pay in Atlanta. Not wax, threaded. It was like $10. That's what I pay in
Mhm.
Atlanta. So that's
Okay.
what I would normally pay. I know in the DR, I had got a Dominican blowout because I'm like, I gotta get a Dominican blowout in the Dominican Republic, right?
Come
And
on.
I think they had trimmed my hair, washed, deep condition. I had got my nails done and I got the blowout. I did a video on it. It was like $50 for everything.
You can't beat that. Maybe I need to head back down to the DR. What's up?
I didn't
That's a
like the DR though. I didn't like the DR. Those prices, they were on point. I got my hair done before I left, getting
mhm.
it braided. I didn't even hit $75.
See
I
that
think
the hair thing, I don't care whether it's PDC or CDMX, you're gonna pay. Because I had braids too, and it was right up there. I did not feel the love. I did not feel any PDC love. I paid for them, but they were beautiful. They were beautiful.
and
I'm
that's
just
the
saying.
thing. They were beautiful. So how
They
much were
were.
like were they individual braids?
I had them teeny tiny box braids.
Okay.
So, they were beautiful waist lengths. Girl, she did her thing. And I want to say it was like
Okay.
two something. It was
Okay.
two, but then I got a whole bunch of other services done. And so my tab when I left might have been 250, but I got cut, condition, color, the whole,
No, ma'am. No,
you
ma'am. You
can't
coming
complain.
in, you got to come in, wash, condition, comb, blowed out, and ready to go for these $200.
With
And they
a
are
hundred
not
and twenty-five
teeny
dollar
tiny.
deposit in the States. Look, you got to put half down. You can't be 15 minutes late.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
one person did ask me for the deposit. I was like, through where? Y'all ain't got no cash app. Like, what you want me? She gave me the bank account number. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this. They were like, well, you have
Girl,
to go and you have to like some of the expats were like, you have to set up a Wise account. I said, y'all, yeah, this is a
I
lot of
said, you
work
are
for
doing
me.
too much. You're doing too
Yeah,
much.
yeah, this is a lot. Like, 'cause I was already paying for her Uber to come here and go back because I was like, you could just do it here because this city or county you live in, I never even heard of it before, right? So I can't
That's
go
a
over
lot.
there.
That's a
So
lot.
my thing is, if I'm paying for your Uber, ain't that deposit enough? Because I'm not gonna order an Uber for you if you're not
No,
gonna do my
baby.
hair. So I was
Although I
like,
haven't run into that, honestly, I have not run into that kind of manic behavior here in PDC. People are really nice. I have to say that. Even though like some of the beauty services may not be as, discounted as we might like, but the people are so wonderful. The
right.
girl that does our braids, most of us here, she is so sweet. Girl, best braid experience I ever had. I'm telling you.
And it
And
sounds like
I'd
her
pay
work
her
is
again.
good. Yeah.
Hmm.
It sounds like her work is really good too. Like, I'll
Yeah.
pay for a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Shauna said, I plan to check out Mexico City, but I'm more drawn to a tropical setting like PDC. Y'all should go here and lock up your hair and be done with it. So,
Look, girl, you see these tabs? If you see me rocking something other than this or one pull to the back, you look, y'all better check. That's not me.
You know,
That's the beauty of PDC. I'm telling you, the only thing, and this is another difference. I don't know if you noticed this one yet, Charisma,
uh-huh.
but here it's so casual. In Mexico City, it's a little more conservative. They wear a few more clothes. It's a little more buttoned up to me. But in PDC, oh girl, we are all things cotton, thong shoes. What? With shoes? I haven't had a pair of shoes on, girl, in months. My feet, no, no, ma'am. And this is all you're getting. This or braids. I'm with Shauna. Lock it up. Cut it off.
So I thought about doing the sister locks, but y'all, I'm afraid of commitment in so many areas of my life.
Girl,
Like,
get you two buns and come on, join the bun. Get you two buns.
so I can't even
Call it a
commit. I
day.
can't commit. Like I need that versatile hairstyle. So I have considered that. Let's see. She also said I have my brows tatted and I got them done the first time in Jerez, Mexico in 99. Does permanent makeup exist there? So they were trying to get me to do the what is it, microblading?
Microblading.
Yeah, and then something else. It was another part to it. And they said that was like, when I calculated, it was like $75. I don't know if that's inexpensive or not. I never
Oh,
looked into it. So, if that helps, there is permanent makeup right up the street. You can walk right over there.
mhm.
And
Oh,
let's
you can
see.
get a plethora of services in PDC too. All of that stuff you can find. There's no shortage
Yeah,
of
they're doing all that.
beautiful.
Honestly, the first
Yeah.
time I got the makeup on my eyebrows was in Dominican Republic. You don't see a Dominican woman without those eyebrows with the
Eyebrows, some
makeup.
tatted on brows.
And don't forget, they are the place to get snatched. So half the women walking down the street are snatched. Like they got the waist, the butt, the boob. Like, so, I
That's
mean,
why I'm not going to the DR. That's too much pressure. Let me tell you
it
something. In
is.
PDC, everybody is welcome. These chubby
Right.
pies, they go to the beach all the time.
Right.
Girl, I would never
Anyway,
drag these thighs to the beach in Chicago. Are you kidding me? But baby, out here, that gives all the play. What?
that is hilarious. So
Yeah,
Teresa
all body,
said,
all body types are welcome here.
and I love that because you could come, like you said, your flip flops. You
Yes,
could have. I remember who was it? It was one of the PDC ladies. She was like, "Girl, wait, you don't have a little book bag? That's a requirement. You have
that's it.
a little book bag, not a big one, a little one. You need to have a bathing suit, flip flops at all times."
Sunscreen, sunglasses, and a towel, baby. That's how you leave the house every day.
Right. I was like,
You leave your phone at home before you leave your beach bag. No, ma'am. Every day packed.
like, wait a minute. This is y'all, they had me over there, and you can tell me which one it was. They had me over there in the rooftop pool because see, when I went to Exodus, everybody got COVID. I did not get COVID, y'all. I don't know what it was. The
You got
second I
some super
heard
blood or
somebody had
something,
COVID,
girl.
I went to, y'all know I'm a nurse practitioner. So I started buying medicine and I started taking medicine. So everybody, I did the hostel, and all the ladies in the hostel ended up with COVID, but me. Girl,
Mhm.
I tested for 10 days, did not have COVID. So everybody else was at home getting better. I was out there exploring PDC. So one of you all
You
has
gotta circle back. When you circle back, I gotta show you, sis, because
you
I'm
do.
sure you had a good time, but I'm gonna make sure you really see the town.
I went to the rooftop pool. It was next to the Hilton because I think the Hilton was full that day. Is it the Hilton, the Hyatt?
A Hyatt. So, oh,
Okay.
did you go to the Reef? You went to the
Yes.
Reef
I
28.
went to the reef, and one of the PDC ladies, she was like, she loved it there because of the hydrotherapy. Y'all, I tell y'all, I was in there with that hydrotherapy, rethinking my whole life. I had decided that Atlanta had been treating me wrong all of these years. I was a queen and I was meant to live this way, and there was no other way to live. And I
Sister,
know that if I did
that's our
not have
every day.
child at home, I wouldn't have left. Whatever that plane ticket said, I would have stayed my black behind right there in PDC.
The Reef is the truth. I'm telling you, I was just there this morning. That's the spot. Girl, there are three locations. Actually, I'll tell you about the other two off camera.
Girl,
We can't
yeah,
tell all the secrets.
right. We got
Yes,
to get there. We got to get there.
yes. Did you
So
get to the rooftop, to the rooftop pool?
I did, and then there was a fight, and I just sat back and drank my drink.
I'm
Um,
done.
the Mexican police came up. I was so proud about how calmly it was handled. It was like it was a whole racist thing. There was a guy, I think maybe he
No.
may have been Hispanic or white, and they got in an argument with a black couple. It was a whole thing. But one thing that I definitely noticed that they handled it with so much class. They came up there, took care of everything, cleared out who needed to be cleared out. Everybody else could stay. Because I was sitting there with my drink, y'all. Y'all know I was over there like, so how's this gonna go? I'm from Atlanta. I need to move back, make sure ain't nothing about to get to me.
Okay, you
But
running for cover, you ducked under the table. That's how
girl,
we do.
right. So but it was handled so well. Like they
Yeah.
came in, they handled it. I don't know what they said because I don't speak that much Spanish. And they cleared it out, and it was business as usual. So I mean, I love that. I thought it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I've
Um,
had some real encounters. I had a lost my phone, and so Sonia and I were out, girl, and we had to flag down the police. So of course, all the trauma that we carry with
right,
interactions with the police. Really, seriously, we were a little bit hesitant to flag down the police. When I
right,
tell you, they could not have been nicer. Couldn't have been nicer. Couldn't have been more helpful. I mean, the guy took out his phone so he could use his Google Translate. Really? I know
right.
I know police in the city that wouldn't have given us the time of day. You lost your phone, excuse me. But they were so accommodating and so helpful. You when you see them riding around, if you haven't seen them, it can be a bit
They look
intimidating,
scary.
girl. Look, they got the big guns, they are not playing games, they're riding in the big trucks, they got the faces covered. It could be a little jarring, but I promise you, if you wink at them, they will smile at you and wink back. It is so amazing. They really do, I think, serve and protect. But that's from my perspective. I don't know what it's like to interact with the police as a Mexican person, but from every interaction I've seen, yeah, man, I'll take this hands down to any interaction I've had with the police in the States.
I would say it's been the same way, and that's been here in Mexico, DR, Panama. They all are, they all look the same way. They do look intimidating. They have big
Mhm.
guns, and they're walking around. They look like military more than they do police.
They
Um,
do.
However, they are so helpful. Sometimes my son's in his wheelchair, and they'll come and help me. We'll try to figure things out together. Now, if there's a law, they're going to institute it. When I went to Panama, they were doing masks in all indoor places. You had to have on a mask, sanitizer, temperature, and they would stand there at
Mhm.
that door to make sure that happened. However, it was just like, point you that way and you continue on. I know I had got a little nervous because we were in the mall and during the same time, and we went to get ice cream, and we were walking out the food court with the ice cream, and they kind of stopped us because the rules are the rules. You don't leave that food court without a mask.
Mhm.
So that's the thing about the police there. So
Mhm.
it's definitely something that we want to, you don't have to be afraid of the police when once you leave the states.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you're not breaking the law, they're not just after you just because you are who you look like, you know.
Mhm. Yep.
Uh,
I've never felt profiled. I've never felt targeted. Really, they are just there. You see them and you don't. After a while, it was jarring though at first. I have to admit, but some of them are so cute, y'all. Can I say that?
right.
Whoo, whoo. Some of them
They
handsome.
they have that statistic because all my friends keep asking me, so are the Mexican men short? They are not. They are not all short. They are tall. I don't even see that
No,
many short ones. Not out here,
no. They come in all shapes, sizes.
just like
I ain't
anywhere
mad.
else.
I'm not mad at what I've seen.
But do you get the Mayans there or you get the Mexicans? Because somebody told me it's Mayans.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the one to ask. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell. Look, if he tall and he in a uniform with a big gun, girl, you got me. You had me a tall and big gun.
Come on, Mr. Officer, Mr. Officer.
Mm,
Girl, talk about I've been
take
bad.
me.
Take me now.
You see,
So,
I'm no
okay,
more
so
trouble.
we have a question. They want to know why did I think what she's saying is why did you choose a PDC over CDMX? Like you said, you initially came to CDMX, right?
No, no, no. I came through PDC first, and because I came during high season, it was difficult to find a place that I really, I didn't really know what the rental market was like, really. So, kind of naively, I just decided I would, move around. So, I bopped around a bit, and I wound up in MX. I wound up in Mexico City around Thanksgiving, and I was there through New Year's Eve, and it was beautiful. I had the time of my life, but it was cold in Mexico City. I'm telling you, for all of its beautiful parks, museums, they've got wonderful restaurants, shopping, architecture. I'm telling you, did I say parks? There is a park in almost every neighborhood. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, but baby, it was cold. I was like, you know what? I can't do it. I did not leave Chicago to wear a coat. I don't want to
Right.
wear a coat. And so, yeah, I wound up coming back to PDC because really beach life is for me, girl. Who am I kidding? I'm a rooftop chick. Give me the rooftop. I'm a rooftop
Right.
spa beach girl. And so that's where my heart is. But when it gets hot here, because PDC is all fun and games until July, August roll around and it's 100 degrees and 99% humidity. Now, okay, now it's not so fun. That's the time I would go to Mexico City because it's
Mm,
not as hot there as it is in PDC. So, but no, my heart belongs to PDC. It's an easy
yeah.
place to navigate. It checks most of the boxes for me.
And I can see that because right, like I said, right now it's not cold. It's cool in the mornings. It's in the 60s. And then about 1 o'clock it gets pretty kind of warm or low 80s. But the other thing is dealing with Mexico City, a lot of these places don't have heating and air. So when it gets hot, all you can do is
Yeah,
lay there. You just lay
yeah,
there with your fan on. I was like, it is so damn hot. It's hot right
yeah.
now. Like, and it's not, I'm sure it's not nearly as hot as it is in PDC, but you also have to remember here the temperatures, you have to think about the elevation. So some of the things that have bothered me about Mexico City, why I can't settle here is because I have a little asthma. Like I never have to use my inhaler unless like I'm hiking like a really rough course or a mountain or something. But I've had to use my inhaler here because you have the elevation and you have the smog and pollution.
And
So
Charisma, have you noticed in the morning how the sky starts out clear, but by 9 o'clock, I was in a condo, girl, you could literally see it roll in the morning.
yeah,
That's a real consideration because I don't
yeah.
have asthma, but that watching that smog is something to see. It's a real that their air quality, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's bad. So the thing is, like where I am, my friend came to visit and was like, there's a mountain over there, but you can't see the mountain because of the smog. So,
Yeah,
when you're thinking about Mexico City, still think about the fact that it's like a New York City.
yeah.
It's like now I won't even say it's like Panama City because Panama City didn't have as much pollution. It was a city, but it didn't have as much pollution. Here it definitely has that. So for me, I don't even have like asthma where I'm on medicine, but I had to pump in my purse for my son because he got asthma, and I'm over here using the pump. Like I put in one of the WhatsApp groups. Is anybody else having trouble breathing
That
here?
smog is real. I hate it. That was one thing I hated, the cold, that smog. And it is really big. It's really big and it's really spread out. I mean, if you don't like really big places, then that's another. But yeah, that smog is like number one. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
It distorts the entire like skyline. And I'm telling you, and early on, by 9, 10 o'clock, you don't get to see any of that. You better catch it before, noon.
No, yeah, you're right. And then you talk about the humidity because I did that in the DR where I was there and it was cool. Then it got about June-ish, and I was like, what the hell over here. My hair is puffed up. I'm hot. I'm sweating. I can't even walk outside the door. I was like, oh, it's time to go. So that's how the humidity is in PDC. Like it's like your hair's a
Yes.
whole puff ball. Yeah.
There's no getting cool. And generally, when it's really, really hot, we don't even go out like, between 10 and 4. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Only visitors and tourists are out. People who don't know any better, you will not see natives. You will not see locals. They're not outside. I'm like, wait a minute. What am I doing out here?
That's
You will
why.
burn. And this tropical sun is no joke either. So the sun is intense. It's humid, and I would say maybe starting as early as June, but July and August for sure. That humidity it was almost unbearable. And then you right at the jungle, so now here come all the critters too. So,
Oh, no, I gotta get out.
PDC's got some beautiful, yeah, I got pictures. Oh, we got
No,
critters.
when they start coming in full force and it's hot, I got to get out. So let's see. Pollyanna Sunshine asked about allergies and PDC. I know I have a lot of allergies. I didn't have trouble with allergies in PDC, but I think it's because it's not that much greenery in PDC as
Hmm.
as some would think it is. It's not like Costa Rica where it's the jungle. If it was the jungle, I don't think it's the jungle anymore. What do you think?
Well, let me tell you, my experience is this. I know while we have what we call the jungle side, when I'm over here, I lived over there first. And there are all kinds of animals and trees. So you might have some problems or you might feel something over there on the other side of the highway on the jungle side. While I was living over there, I think they burn something like in the spring. I don't know what time of year it is, but I think they burn some kind of foliage or something. And they may even burn the seaweed. Y'all don't quote me on none of this. I don't know what it was. I just know something was burning and it had my throat. I'm serious. I had to go to the doctor. I'm like, okay. But once that cleared up, I didn't have any more problems. So I can't say that it's like seasonal allergies because I've had those and I didn't have that experience. But they
Mhm.
did burn something, and whatever that was, it had like bronchitis. I couldn't stop coughing and it finally cleared up, but I had to use my inhaler too during that
Yeah.
time. But I don't hear people talking a lot about like pollen. Like we don't have a pollen count that I know of.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have those kind of concerns. But we do have seaweed that rolls in, and I
Seaweed
it didn't
mess.
happen to me. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
Over.
So there are about 2 months out of 2 to 3 months where the beach is just really covered in seaweed. It's no fun. It smells. It looks bad.
Like
I don't
feet
want to be
of
in it.
seaweed. Not like
It's
it's a little seaweed. It's like feet. Like they scrape it out and pile it up across the beach.
every day. And that's what I think they were burning. Nobody will admit it,
That's
girl.
what
That's
I'm
just
thinking.
that's my
It's called
theory. Because what do you
sin.
do with all of that?
Okay.
Sargassum.
Okay.
Sargasso or sargassum.
Yeah, and the thing is, y'all, that's not just a PDC thing. Anything on those oceans, because we had the same thing in DR. So I thought when I was in DR, when I I thought when I got to Cancun PDC, I wouldn't see it, honey. It was the same stuff there that it was over there. So I don't know
Hmm.
what ocean that is. Is that the Atlantic or Pacific? But just know if you're on that ocean during that season, basically those prime summer months, you're gonna have that.
It just cleared up. What is this? I want to say it starts to clear up in October. Maybe it's late September. But man, when it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing. Let's see. They said they may have been burning tires. You said critters meaning mosquitoes.
Oh, I wish just mosquitoes.
Right.
Everything,
What's wrong, y'all?
grasshoppers, everything. I'm sorry, it's all the things. The jungle has all the things: moths, butterflies, grasshoppers, crickets, girl, bats, everything. So if you don't, if that's not your thing, you might not want to live like smack dab in the middle on the jungle side, like I was. That building was literally plucked in the middle of the jungle. It was beautiful, but when you opened your windows, you got all I'm not afraid of bugs. It didn't bother me, but yeah, you got to make peace with that. That's a
So when
part
you
of it.
when you say the jungle side, tell us what is like if we're looking for a place to stay, what is the jungle side?
PDC can actually be considered real to me, it's like two different towns. But the highway runs right up the middle. And on one side of the highway, you have the beach. So you have the beachfront, then you've got property, and then there's a highway. And on the other side of the highway is what I refer to as the jungle side. Because it's not as developed, all the trees and stuff haven't been cut down. So, like when you came to PDC and you say it's not a lot of greenery, yeah, because you're on the beach side, it's not a lot of greenery. But if
Fifth
you go
Avenue.
onto the jungle side, yes, that's where everything hasn't been cut down. All the local neighborhoods, rents cheaper. I mean, still beautiful places. Not as easily accessible to Fifth Avenue and all the beach, all the touristy stuff, but beautiful apartments. So I would say if somebody's looking to come to PDC and your budget is a concern, check on the jungle side. Don't
So
call it the jungle side though.
right.
It's the
So
colonial.
the
It's
jungle
really the
side.
colonial side. It's really the colon. I think it's the colonies are there. They call neighborhoods colonies. I think it's the colonial side. I think.
Okay. So on the colonial side, is
Colonial
that
side.
where a lot of the expats tend to live after, they've been there for a minute, or do you think most of them stay in the Fifth Avenue area, or is it just up to their discretion?
Yeah, expats kind of pack in places. So we're everywhere, all over PDC. So jungle side, beach side, outskirts. Yeah, we're everywhere.
Okay. Okay. So I know someone asked, should they do a hotel or Airbnb, in your opinion?
Airbnb's fees are expensive, and I don't know if you follow Sonia Unapologetic, but we did when we were in Cancun. Did you see that video? We rented an Airbnb. You all, it was horrible. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. You know how you put the blue pellets in the commode in the toilet, to keep the toilet fresh? Why, when we turned the water on in the bathroom sink, did the blue water
I
run?
did. I
I
saw
promise
that.
you. Girl, we almost got burned again in Merida. I promise you. So Airbnb for me, I'm done. I don't do Airbnb anymore. Yep, I said it. I don't do them anymore. I just won't. I'd rather do booking, or I would say do a hotel. But if you don't have a personal problem with Airbnb, my thing with them is their customer service and support.
It's
It's
awful.
not, so why am I giving you my money? I need some guarantees if I'm traveling and I'm out and I'm away. What? You can't help me? I don't do them anymore, but they're plentiful. You can find them on both sides, the jungle side and on the beach side. They have all price ranges. So, either way, you can't go wrong. But for me, Airbnb with their weak customer service and all those fees, nah. Booking.com, get your hotel.
So let me tell y'all what I do now. So, because I have been burned by Airbnb,
It's a mess.
yeah, to the point where I was swearing it off. However, the problem that I have is because Shauna said, let's do a hotel. And Teresa said the same thing. The problem that I have is I'm typically staying for at least a month. I have my son with me. I'm not the co-sleeping mama. I ain't doing that. I need my own stuff, right? So I need my 2 bedrooms. So what I do now is I don't book for a month. I book my Airbnb. I will book with you for about 3 to 5 days through Airbnb. And then I let you know if I like it there, then I will book a month. If not, during those 3 or 5 days, I'm looking for something else. And I'll go on Airbnb to find something else. And what I do is I tell them I'm in the area. Can I come look at your apartment? Because I have been burned so badly. So that's
Mhm.
how I do it now. And I know a lot of the other ladies, that's how they do it. Is, they do a couple of days and they may do an Airbnb, they may go get an apartment, but I would advise you not to get that Airbnb long term. Like,
Yeah.
Sondra and I were talking because I'm about done with Mexico City, because I can't do the city life too long. I was like, oh, I like it here. I may live here, but y'all know I say that every damn where I go. So, but I can't. Eventually, I gotta get. I can't do the city life too long. So I'm looking
Mhm.
at Airbnbs and PDC, because let me compare a Mexico City apartment and PDC apartment. Mexico City apartment, you get a 2 bedroom apartment. A lot of these buildings are old, which is an issue for allergies. So if you have allergies and you can't do mold, dust, and all of that, these are some older buildings. They have some that are newer, but if you want 2,000 or less, those are older buildings. If you're gonna pay 2,500 a month or more, those are your newer buildings. So
Ooh.
right.
See,
Whereas
in PDC now, you can get brand new, two beds, two baths, $1,000. You can. That's not
exactly.
even hard to do. But you're gonna be on the jungle side.
No, see, Sandra, that
Mhm.
Airbnb I showed you, I showed Sandra Airbnb. She said this is right in the middle of everything. It was
That's
like
nice.
1150, 1200.
Oh, I'm talking rent. You're talking Airbnb. I was talking rent.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
but for
Okay, so
Airbnb, yeah.
right. So the thing is, in my Airbnb right now, it's 3 bedrooms, but it's older. I don't have nothing. I don't have a gym. I don't have a pool. I don't have my own playground. But
Mm,
the one that's $1,200 off of Fifth Avenue, I got a gym, I got a pool, I have all of that, and it's a new building, so I'm not over here like, oh my goodness, let's drink this water because of my allergies. So the thing is, like to me, it's a different quality of life. Like I'm paying more here not to get the quality that I feel like I would get in PDC, if that makes a
okay, well,
difference.
I'm gonna stop you because you're gonna be mad. I don't want anybody mad at me. Listen, don't let the smooth taste fool you. We have something we call Playa Pretty, and it's pretty on the outside, but do not scratch the surface. Do not kick anything too hard. Don't lift the pillows. So you have to be careful because I still run into that too here in PDC where it looks beautiful on the outside and then you might get in there and half the stuff doesn't work or they're slow
Right.
to maintain the place. I don't know. I just think for me, Mexico in general, if you are coming from America and you are expecting um, I think there's a difference between quality of life and standard of living. I think if
Okay.
you come to Mexico and you're expecting an American standard of living, you're going to be disappointed.
Correct.
It's not that. So you may get $1,000 or $1,200 Airbnb or apartment, but it's not going to be, how in America, if things aren't right, you knock on the door. Hey, you got to get this fixed. That's not the way it goes here.
Mm-mm.
It may work, it may not work, and it may be pretty on the outside. And trust me, there's some compromises. That's just the way it is. But standard of living, man, I mean, quality of life, you can't beat it because
Right.
I have made some compromises in terms of maybe an apartment and what quality I would accept in the States and what quality I accept here, but my quality of life is so much better. Food is less expensive. Everything is walkable. I have a gym. I have all those things that you talked about for a price that doesn't stretch me. So
Right.
now I've got expendable cash. So quality of life, yes, thumbs up. It's so much better. But standard of living, no. You may have to adjust some of your expectations because the places are really pretty, you all. And some of them are brand new and you'll pay for those and everything works. And I don't want to get off, but and those things are great. But there's a lot of stuff out here, y'all, that looks pretty and it ain't pretty. It's just
Yeah.
pretty on the outside.
And I think that you bring up a good point with standard of life because when you leave America, and I don't care which of these countries you hit, like I just found that all of these countries hit about the same, that they are not doing things the way you were used to them doing in America.
Yeah.
Those appointment times, those are not appointment times.
There's
We get in,
suggestions.
we get in. Right. There's suggestions. You wanting things fixed. That happens when it happens. Like is your
Manana.
building burning down? What you say?
Manana, manana, manana.
Right, right. Yeah. So it's one of those things you have to be flexible with that.
Yeah.
You really do because I can get
It'll
you get very
frustrate you
frustrated.
if yeah, you'll be frustrated, you'll be disappointed, and you'll be ready to go home. So I heard this. Listen, I heard it before I
See?
even came out here, that you should not bring your American expectations to any place you're traveling, because really in America, we have second to none. There's some things we do well. And I think in terms of being efficient and running businesses, we do that really well. And hygiene and all that, cleanliness, bathrooms, oh, we do bathrooms really well. Let me tell
Mhm.
you, man, y'all better be careful. The bathrooms in Mexico are not.
You can't flush that toilet paper.
Baby, some of them you can't get in. It's just not. It's somebody. Where's the inspector? I want to. I got questions. I got questions. That's what we should be talking about. That's one of those things you can never be prepared for. Is the status of the bathrooms in Mexico, baby. I don't care where you go. It's always been that, and the sidewalks. Don't say you weren't warned.
So the sidewalks, I have to say, in it on Fifth Avenue, because don't forget, I only did Fifth Avenue. If it wasn't on Fifth Avenue, I ain't see it. So on
See,
Fifth
I got to
Avenue,
get you back here.
weren't as bad as some places, especially because I look at it, because my son sometimes is in his wheelchair. I look at it from that perspective. And the
Yeah.
reason why it's not as bad is because it's a bike town. Anywhere that's a bike town, their roads are a little bit smoother than some of the other places. Now they're not the states. Like, you're not getting the roads like you in a metro city in the states. Don't think
Mm-hmm.
that when you get in that taxi or that Uber, you dropping in the potholes, you doing all of that. Like, they drive how they drive. Red means maybe stop. Green means hurry up and go because you already took too long. I don't even know what yellow means anymore. So, so you do have to know that, it's different. You have to be
Yeah.
prepared for stuff. Like you
You do.
said, the jungle. Anytime you go to a tropical place, you have to expect some critters. Now, I ain't never been nowhere that had as many critters as Costa Rica. So I feel like Costa Rica has prepared me.
You'll
Prepared.
be fine. If you've been to Costa Rica, you know what to expect. But when I tell you grasshoppers like this,
I don't want those.
a moth got into my apartment. Girl, I thought it was a bat. I promise you. The wind, it was, I said, excuse me. Oh, well, you don't know me. You got to come out of here, sir. Mm-mm. Only me. I stay here. I pay rent here. I got a video. I'll show you all. It was a time, baby. We had a time.
Sandra said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry. That's what you did when the moth went in there. Because somebody like
Baby,
me,
I
everybody
beat
in the
it.
building would have heard me."
Mm-mm, I don't need no help for this. Stand back. Oh, we had a time in there, babe. Hmm. But you have to expect that. I mean, so you will see all of that. Yes, you will see all of that. You will see all the birds. But the beautiful part is the birds. Girl, I've never seen green birds, blue birds, red birds. I'm serious. I could sit on that balcony on the jungle side. I promise you. It was beautiful. It was beautiful for all the bugs and all the talk, all the, critter talk. It is beautiful. I have to admit, it was beautiful. I hated giving up that view. It was gorgeous.
So, Sandra, how close are the birds coming?
Baby, the birds are in the pool. What are you talking about? How
No,
close?
ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
The,
ma'am. I'm saying
the
somebody said,
rooftop pool. Oh, girl, we had a pigeon that was a pet. He would stand on. He would walk the bar. I'm sure by now he's probably doing tricks. Yes.
Anis-
Oh no, you got to be
Anicia,
one with nature. You got to be one with nature here.
An- Anicia said, "Do you really want to be off of Fifth Avenue?" Anicia, I didn't see any birds. I didn't see any lizards. I didn't see anything. So I
You didn't see the
probably
monkeys?
no. I had enough howling monkeys in my life that I don't ever have to hear another monkey howling again. So maybe I wasn't looking for them because I was out there living my best life on like a queen, right? So there may have been a lizard and I probably didn't notice it. I was out there, I was like, oh, it's a Walmart here. Let me go to Walmart. So I wasn't really worried about that.
We
So
got it
when you
all.
say, do I really want to live off of Fifth? I probably need to live kind of close. Now I can do some creatures, but like I have told y'all, I can't do a whole lot of creatures. I'm just not sharing. This is my apartment. You ain't paid nothing to be up in here. So I'm gonna need you to stay where it is that you're at. Shauna said, "Do y'all wear insect repellent?" Honey, I had a whole
All
combination.
day,
I
all day.
combined the repellent with the sunscreen
It's
every morning. It was like we were putting on
It's
lotion.
built in. I have a product for you. Look, the sunscreen is built into with the insect repellent. Why work double time? We can kill it all in once. I'm telling you, you need that. Yep. You're
What is
gonna have
this
to.
product?
It's you can get it anywhere. You can get. I'm pretty sure I got it at Walmart. Yeah,
What's
they've
the
got
name
the
of it?
spray on. There, one is I can see it. It's in a blue and a white spray on bottle at Walmart. You'll see it.
Okay.
It says it's a combination, and then the other one is a cream that you can put on, but it does double duty.
Y'all,
You
I
gotta
say
have it.
I tried to do the one that's good for the environment. That mess did not work. So I'm sorry if I killed anything in the sea. But what
They
y'all not
that's
gonna do is bite me up. Now, Anicia says she'll take a lizard over tourists any day.
see. Then she wants to be on the jungle side because
Right.
the other side is full of tourists. It's all touristy.
She trying to get on that jungle side. That okay. So Janice said, "What is the situation with the taxis? Are they expensive, making it costly to get around those taxis?" Now, take that over, Sondra.
Girl, Sonia and I are doing a whole class on how to take a taxi because I promise you, if they sense, if it's like, if you smell fear, if they
Mm-hmm.
smell that you are a tourist, oh, they got you. They will get you. So here it is. I'm going to give you all this for free. Listen.
For free.
When
Go
you
ahead,
come to
girl.
PDC, do not ask. Do not. When you get in the taxi, speak as much Spanish as you can. Everybody tells you that. So here's what you say. The first thing you need to say is "Cómo está?" Well, just say good day. Buenos dias, buenas noches, whatever. And then I usually say "Cómo está?" Ask them how they are. And then I tell them where I'm going. Voy a. I do all of this in Spanish. I don't speak a word of English, and I don't say too much after that because I don't want them to know. I won't give them any clue. And when it's time to get out of the taxi, if you take a taxi in PDC, as long as it's like on the main thoroughfare and you aren't going outside of the city, you shouldn't pay. You should pay somewhere between 50 pesos and 100 pesos. If they ask you for more than that, say goodnight. Say goodnight.
Buenas
Just
noches.
buenas noches and keep it moving and never ask how much the ride is. Don't ask. I'm telling you how much the ride is. It's between 50 pesos and 100 pesos. Give them the money and get out the taxi. Ask no questions, shut the door and keep it moving. That's how, because if you turn around and make eye contact, they got you. You're going to pay 200 pesos.
And
Don't do it.
if you don't know, 100 pesos is roughly $5.
About $5. You should
Yeah.
never pay. You should be paying between $2.50 USD and $5. $10 is that's 200 pesos is $10. That's the max. If somebody says more than 200 pesos to you, you should call the police because that's a crime because you can get anywhere in PDC for between 50 and 100 pesos. So here it is, folks. Speak as much Spanish as you can. Ask no questions. Pay and exit the taxi. Shut the door. Don't look back. Make no eye contact. That's
So
how you do
y'all
it.
got that. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? Voy a playa.
You got it.
Ciao.
50
Peso.
pesos out of
Out
there.
of there. Yeah, they told me that when I got there. I was like, so how much is it? She was like, shh, shh.
Mm-mm.
So I ain't saying nothing.
They're gonna stamp your forehead, tourist.
Right. Like
You
the
pay double.
PDC lady I was riding with, she was like, mm-mm. We
You
dropped
pay double.
those 50 pesos and we kept it moving because y'all know they don't have Uber there. So you
No
have
Uber.
to do the taxi. Whereas if you're in Mexico City, I only do Uber. I don't even do the taxis. Now the taxis in Mexico City are nicer. They're pink. You can find them. In PDC, how do you even know it's a taxi?
There is organized there the organized city taxis are all white and blue. So you'll find them in all the tourist areas. You'll find them up and down 10th. You'll find them, they're easy to find. But there are also some apps that you can use. radio taxi. If anybody's coming to PDC, you don't know, hit me up. I'll get you all of those apps and all that stuff. But there are apps that you can order a taxi, and you can also do city taxis. It's really only one company, one city company. So there's no competition. That's why they can run rampant. That's why they can
Right.
tell you, because they know they're the only game in town,
Yeah.
other than collectivos, and there's a city bus that you can take too. It's pretty easy too.
So Janice said, how much from the airport to PDC? If you get on that ADO bus, it's pennies on the dollar.
$12. And there is nothing wrong with the ADO bus. I'm telling you, it's a perfect ride. But if you want to take a private taxi, it's generally, I would say, never pay more than $60. You can get it for about $45 if you know the right people, but certainly no more than $60. I wouldn't pay. I never do it. I always take ADO. I
Um,
like feeling powerful. Give me my stuff. I'm out. $12. You can't beat it.
So let me tell y'all my story. When I was leaving PDC, I left. I think I was leaving. It was still dark. It was becoming light. So I think I was there to get on the first bus at 6 o'clock at ADO in PDC at the end. I hadn't even walked down that far, but that area right there. So I go there, and the taxi driver's like, "Oh, I can do a taxi for you." It was like, I don't even know, maybe $20. They say, "I can do a taxi for you." And I'm like, "Okay." They said, "Well, just wait here." My dumb ass waited there. And so I'm waiting, and I'm like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta leave by 6:30. Is the taxi here? And I'm like, there's taxis coming. So what's going on? Well, the thing about doing that taxi is that is a shared taxi. And when we say they're packed in the car like Mexicans, so guess who was packed in the car like Mexicans? And at this point, the bus was gone. So I couldn't get on the bus. I am literally in this little tiny taxi. This got to be the size of a Toyota Corolla, not even
Mm,
a Camry. It is three of
mm.
us in the back, one in the front, the luggage back there. You're holding your bag. I said, I ain't never doing this again. Like, I ain't have no choice though. It's COVID season. I'm like, Lord, they're gonna give me COVID. I done escaped COVID, and they gonna give me COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
It
You were
was so
risking it
tight. I
all.
couldn't even record how badly it was.
No, ma'am, you were risking it all. Yeah, then you will be quite comfortable on the collectivo. That's a
I
collectivo
did the
ride.
collectivo when I went from Cancun to PDC. Again, y'all, I be doing some stuff that y'all really shouldn't be doing. So
No, ma'am.
I, I thought I was getting on the ADO bus. Then they sent me to this little van thing, and I'm like, I guess that's what I'm supposed to get on. I was in the front seat, but the thing about the front seat is you're there with the driver, and if somebody else comes, they slide on in there.
Oh,
There's no
Lord.
seatbelt. They drive like they crazy. Y'all, I thought I was getting on the ADO bus. That's not where I thought I was being pointed to. I'm pretty sure I have put my life in danger many, many times since I've been traveling this world.
No, ma'am. You know ADO is the way to go. And have you encountered the levels? You know that there are, I think, three or four different levels to the ADO bus. Have you been on the blue one, the
No, I
platinum?
thought it was the red one.
Baby girl, get on the blue one. You all listen. If they offer you the blue bus, take the blue bus. The blue bus is the platinum, but I tell you what, take the blue. If you can't get the blue, the burgundy one is like the GL. It's got Wi-Fi. It's nice, it's clean, it's modern. But I tell you what, you never want to take is the white one. There's a white bus. It's called the OCC. Girl, they should be ashamed. That bus was horrible. So when you all are leaving the airport, please do not. If they offer you an OCC, tell them no thanks. You
Wait,
wait.
what is that again? A OCC?
It's OCC. It's a white bus with red letters. We took that bus to Chiapas. I thought we were being punked. I was like, right, they're gonna really bring the real bus, right? Baby, that was the real bus. It was like an old school Greyhound bus. Y'all don't know about a Greyhound bus. It was
Girl.
an old school bus. It was in the bathroom. It was bad. We'll leave it there. It was bad. But if you take auto ADO, take the blue one. I'm telling you, it's the Platino or whatever it is. It's just a few more dollars, but it is so worth it, y'all. The seats recline all the way back. That's a nice bus, and they're
So
only like 30 seats.
So tell me, because I don't know how my behind ended up on this collectivo white little van with the people ushering me in there. So let's tell the people, because they like, how do you ensure it's an ADO bus? What really, really what Pollyanna is saying, how the hell we make sure we ain't do what Charisma did? So
You probably took a shuttle. They offer a shuttle too, and you'll be able to tell because of the price. The base price to get from Cancun from the airport, if you take audio, is about $12 or $13. That'll get you the red bus, about $13. If it's less than that, if it's like $7 or $5, trust and
yeah,
believe, you are not on the auto. You're gonna get that little van.
that little white
You're gonna
van
get
where
that
you
little
you
bike.
literally pack like Mexicans.
That's not the life. No, no, that's not a life of ease. No,
No,
ma'am. We
people
do
were
not
sitting on
approve.
my luggage. They were sit. They had put the luggage. People were using my luggage as their seat. I was
That's
like,
all. That's all. You nobody got on there with food. Nobody was eating. Ma'am, no, thank you. If I
girl.
cannot ride that blue bus, that burgundy bus, the red is the bottom. That's the last I'll do.
Okay,
Avoid the white bus. Avoid the Collectivo to go from Cancun all the way to PDC. Trust me on this one. Just take the red bus, y'all. $12.
so what
Yeah.
I did, so y'all cannot do what I did. I took the Route One from Cancun, and I told them I was going to PDC, and they dropped me off somewhere, and I had to go across this street, but I didn't see any more red buses. I didn't. There were no more red buses, so I was like, okay, apparently this is like, at this point, y'all, I didn't even know how much the pesos were worth. So let me tell you how this is how green I was. Right, Sonia's on here. She was supposed to be helping me help make sure that I wasn't being kidnapped. So, but
You needed me and Sonia. We could have got you through all of that. We
so
would have helped to avoid all those problems, sis. We would have had you
girl,
so straight.
then I get on the bus. I don't realize. I'm like, okay, I'm going to PDC. Y'all, they dropped me off at a what is it, the OXO store? I never even made it to the PDC bus station. I was dropped off at a store, and I
Poor
was like,
baby.
do I want to try to take a taxi? I just was like, I'm gonna walk. So I walked like 20 minutes in this hot ass sun, trying to get to, because I was like, it's only 20 minutes. Let me get to see the area. Yeah, sometimes but I do a tracker. So people always, my family always knows where I am. I do a tracker. I'm just walking and I'm recording. I'm really looking like somebody that could be targeted if this was a bad area. Because I got a
Stop it.
suitcase. I got my little selfie stick.
Bumping through clueless. You needed us. You needed us. I'm
I
trying to
really
tell
did.
you.
So Sonya didn't start telling me what to do until I got there. That's when she was like, girl, you need to do this, and this. And I was like, okay, wait, let me check that out. All right, I'm here. Let me, what do I do next? So, but getting there and leaving, y'all, don't do like me. Take that. You said the
Don't do a
burgundy
charisma.
or
Listen,
the
take
blue
it from me.
bus.
Contact me and Sonia. We'll get y'all straight. I promise you. You know that's what we're doing now.
Tell
We're gonna help y'all. We're gonna help sisters get here and get straight. We don't want anybody on the little shuttle bus. we
or the
we
little
don't want
taxi,
on the window licking bus. We don't want you. We
not
don't
the
want you
window
coming.
licking.
We don't want you coming to town like that. Listen, sisters, if you are thinking about doing a scouting trip, reach out to us seriously because we've done it and we've been here long enough. And I have seen people waste money. You don't have to do all that. Somebody's already done it. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So if you're thinking about doing a scouting trip, reach out to either one of us and we'll get you straight.
So
Even if it's
how do
not a
they
scouting trip, even if you just want to come down to visit and you want to just hang out, reach out. Let us know.
get in touch with y'all?
You can reach me. You can reach out to me on Instagram. It's Sunny, Sunni, and five number ones, 11111. Or you can reach out to Sonia. It's Sonia Unapologetic. That's her YouTube channel and her Instagram. And you all know where to find me on YouTube, From Lack to Legacy.
And
Yep.
it's all in the description below. While y'all at it, like the video, subscribe, click the bell. I never say that. I always forget.
I
All of that good
know.
stuff. Share all of that. Do all that.
Yeah, comment.
Comment. Yeah, we working on this. We getting there. We getting there, Sondra. We getting there slowly but surely. And
It's
check
a
out
work.
Sonya. Sonya Unapologetic. She is hilarious. Sonya is an actress, right?
She is a playwright. She's a screenwriter. She is an editor. She's an awesome editor. First of all, y'all, she edits my stuff. She edits all my videos. Do y'all know I don't do any of that stuff? I
Girl, you
promise
want
you.
to edit mine?
She is awesome too. I'm not kidding. Music, everything. So she does all that. She's a talent. But media
So
is her stuff.
she was just on an episode of something. Sonya, let us know because I thought I saw that on your YouTube channel where you were just on an episode. Was it? I don't watch a lot of TV.
She was
Somebody,
in Essence Mag. She was
people
just recently in
live.
Essence. Oh, I don't know, but I know she was recently in the article with Stephanie and Rashida in Essence. And if you all need an editor, I'm telling you, you can't do no better than Sonya. Because
All right,
she's
y'all.
I think she is a screenplay writer. She'll have to tell y'all. Y'all know I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're gonna have to have
I'm
you on, Sonya, especially if I'm coming to PDC, so I don't end up kidnapped in a little taxi or collectivo. I didn't even know it was called a damn collectivo. I didn't know what we were
girl.
doing, sitting on my luggage and pushing me over to the side. So we're gonna need
You
to
know,
do
I would have
that.
never had you out here like that, sister. You know I was under the weather.
Yeah, everybody was.
I
I
was
told you
under
I
the
was the only
weather.
one that didn't have COVID, so I really had to do what I had to do because our trip to PDC was a planned trip. We were going together,
Yeah.
but I was out here like, well, I guess I'm gonna keep on trucking. I'm gonna take one for the team.
But you got it in. I saw you. Listen, just watching you makes me tired. I'm like, oh my goodness, how do you do it? You tore through this little town. I was like, okay, I see you, sis.
I was
But I
like,
still got some things I need to show you. There's still some little secrets, some little spots I need to show you, sister. So when you get here this time, I got you.
when you have kids, when you get that moment that you're kid free, girl, you got to get it in morning, noon, and night. There is no sleep. Like, you
Oh, and you
really
got it
got to go.
in. Oh, nobody
Yes,
gets it in like you.
you really had to get it done. You did. So Anicia says she took a collectivo from a cenote outside of Tulum to PDC. Picture a group of white black folks standing by a jaguar crossing on a highway through the jungle. Honey,
That sounds like PDC. Oh, we've done that one too. We took the collectivo from PDC to Akmal. But see, that's a little different
mm-hmm.
because they generally aren't packed. They're full. Don't get me wrong. Oh, they don't send them out empty. They're full, but it's such a short ride. It's such an easy way. You can see three beach towns from PDC just by the collectivo. And I think we might have paid something like 40 pesos, which is $2. So I mean, those are the beautiful things about Mexico. That's what we love. We know some of the things that are annoying, but come on, being able to get to another beach town for $2 and then
Right,
there's this beautiful beach, you can't beat that.
right. And I ain't die in the collectivo or the taxi. I was still COVID negative. So
Baby, you were out here you were throwing it all on the table.
y'all,
Ooh,
I am that person. I'll go out here and I'm like, well, we'll see how we get it done. Shauna said I was on the struggle bus. Yeah, I probably was. I had no idea either. I was just like, I guess this is what they do. I don't know.
and Shauna,
Uh,
we don't travel like that, Shauna. No, we don't. I would have never had you on that little
okay,
bus, girl.
good to know. Because that is one of the things I was thinking about. I was like, man, if I come there from Cancun, how am I even gonna get to Playa del Carmen? I don't even know how to get there. Like, there's a bus, but last time I tried to get on the bus, it didn't go well.
Call me.
Right. Don't let me get on that. Don't let me get on that bus. So Pollyanna wants to know, where are we spending the upcoming holidays?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm going to be here. My daughter and my grandson are supposed to come to PDC for Christmas. So I think I'll be here. I'll be hanging
So
close to home.
y'all know my life is a whole adventure. I don't know where I'm going to be Friday next week.
Okay. Some of that time you need to be trying to beat it up back here to PDC. Are you coming back this way?
So I am trying to figure out. So my Airbnb is up on next week, Thursday. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to come to PDC or not. I'm doing that whole Airbnb shuffle. So I found that Airbnb that I sent Sondra and she looked at it. However, they said there's no construction going on because I did ask them that because I have seen in the groups
Mm-hmm.
that they say you get in these Airbnbs and it's a lot of construction going on. And I
Yeah.
can't be doing my work and classes and courses I'm giving while they're doing all of that. So he said there's no construction. I did send him a message and I said if can I do a couple of days through Airbnb, then pay? Because, like you said, they look pretty, but they not pretty when you get there. So I only want to do
Mhm.
like 3 to 5 days through Airbnb and then pay. Also, Airbnb has gotten ridiculous with the fees, even though that
Mhm.
Airbnb is like 1150. After the fees is 1750.
That's too much.
So
But
I'm not.
Charisma, I like your strategy, staying there for a few days and then coming off the platform. I've done that
Direct.
several times. Reach out to the owner and
Mhm.
reach out to the host, and many times they'll come off because they don't get those fees. They don't want to,
They don't
they
get
want the
those fees.
business. Yeah.
And Airbnb still takes a percentage from the amount they make. So even though they're tacking all these fees on us, on the back end, they're taking a percentage. So that's the other thing about that. So I'm like, I'll just pay you direct. I don't have anything. I don't have a problem with the fee. With the price of
Mhm.
it, it's all those fees. So let me just pay you direct, and then
Yeah.
from there, and then we can kind of go from there. And you can get your money, I get mine, but I don't want
Mhm.
to be stuck into anything. So let's do these three
Yeah.
to five days. If I don't like it, I'll just find somewhere else to go.
Hmm. I hope you like that place though, because it is in a great location. You're centrally located. You're close enough. You can walk to the beach. You're near lots of stores, restaurants. Yeah. From what I can
So
tell, that's a nice place.
yeah, so if that goes through, I right now my ticket goes back to Atlanta, but I have Delta, so I can just change that. So if that goes through, then I'll be in PDC for a month because I told my family I was supposed to be back for Thanksgiving, y'all. So I was like, my uncle was like, "You the only person I know go on vacation and be like, I ain't coming back for 2 months."
You'll be
I'm like,
back for Christmas. Tell
I'm
me
like,
you'll be
that's
back
the
for
life.
Christmas.
Right. So I'm like, I'll be back for Christmas. So I have to be back in Atlanta for Christmas. Otherwise, I don't know. So Shauna wants to know what's going on in PDC for New Year's. And I'm gonna step away for a second while you let everybody know.
That's a good question. No, you don't step away for too long because I don't have a clue what's going on for New Year's. But I can tell you this, generally, whenever there's a celebration in PDC, it's family oriented. There are nightclubs and places. Always there's a turn up spot on Fifth. That's nonstop. That's all the time. But a lot of times there's also a family kind of centered celebration. So in the city square, I think it's called Municipal Palacio Municipal, but it's like the square. There will be all kinds of, food going on, festivals, there'll be lights and decorations. So I like that about Mexico. I don't know, Charisma, do you find this to be true, that parties are somewhat different here because everybody's invited. Grandmama's at the party, the kids are there. It's a family thing. Unless it's a real turn up thing, but if it's a celebration, it's a family thing.
I think that's Latin America, and I can only comment on Latin America, right? Because I haven't gone into other places. But Latin America in general is a family thing, honey. It be 11 o'clock, the kids at the playground, and the parents over there
Mhm.
having their cervezas. So
That's
it's
it.
it's like it's a family thing. So when you're talking about New Year's, what about Thanksgiving and Christmas? Do y'all do like something where y'all get together, or is it kind of separate, kind of like we do in the States? Like, or is there an expat get together since a lot of people may be in singles, or how does that work?
I wasn't here last year. I was on the road for Thanksgiving. So I can only tell you what I've heard. And I'm pretty sure it'll probably be true this year. There's always somebody here in PDC, girl. There are some great cooks. these people didn't lose their skills when they moved to
Right.
PDC. There is somebody here who's gonna cook dinner. The only thing we cannot get here, you all, and if you are from the South, we can't get greens. But everything else, you can make turkey, dressing. You can have all of those things, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes. They all that stuff is here. So while I was on the road for all of the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas and New Year's. I wasn't in PDC for any of those. I do know that sometimes families, people will get together and they'll host, like an expat dinner. Or heck, we could do it. We'll be here this year. So who knows? Maybe me and Sonya will do one. I don't know. But
Okay.
yeah, but something's going on. This community is so supportive. Trust me. If you reach out and tell somebody you're going to be alone, they won't let that happen. I really do appreciate the community here. It's real. It is real. I don't know how come you didn't see black people when you were, that's because you stayed on Fifth. You
No,
don't
no,
come on
not.
Fifth.
It wasn't PDC that I didn't see him. It's Mexico City.
Oh, I was going to say, because I know we are here.
Yeah.
We
Oh
are, we
no.
are all up
No,
and down Fifth.
you think it's a black town in
Yeah.
PDC?
Thank you. I was going to say, you didn't see black people when you were in PDC.
No.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And that community is real, just like that. We speak. You can always tell the tourists don't speak. But if there's someone who is a part of this community, they live in PDC, if we see another brother or sister, we generally acknowledge them. We want them to know that we're here and that we're a source of support.
So, a couple of things, because you touched on a few things. The first thing is the greens. Anicia said you have to go to the organic market to get some greens. Do you know what an organic market is?
I do, Dak, but girl, do they have real greens? I ain't talking about
Anicia,
kale. I ain't
are
talking
those
about
the real greens? Are we doing collards or are we doing mustard and turnip? I
girl, do
need
they
to know.
have if I found some collards, some turnips and mustards,
So she said, yeah, it's an open air market. That's where she made greens. So you got
okay.
to go there.
I'm
Sonia
going
said
there. I'm gonna check it out.
Sonya says she don't mind spending the holidays away from the US. I have to say, I if I don't have a community, then I feel kind of sad. I need because I did that. I went to Colombia and it was just me and the kids, and that was nice. But I'm such a Christmas person.
Hmm.
I really need that. That's one reason why I said I'm going back for Christmas. So how do y'all like? Is it because I have kids or what do you think?
I don't know because I had a ball in Mexico City for Christmas. I wish you were there for Christmas. I'm telling you, it is beautiful. I'll have to share those pictures. The that Zocalo, it was like a winter wonderland everywhere. But it's a Catholic country, I would imagine, as a
Yeah.
whole. Okay, okay, I won't
So
go into what
Christmas
I don't
is
know.
huge. Yeah.
Yes,
So
but
Christmas is
Christmas was there's no shine away, there's no happy holidays. They say Merry Christmas.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
So in Colombia, no, Colombia was beautiful. What I actually looked for was the top countries for Christmas celebrations. So Colombia was beautiful. They have parks, like in their parks of like no other. They would have like full amusement parks in the park, a zoo, a science center. It was all kinds
I'm
of stuff.
so
But
here
I think
for it.
what it was for me was that I just kind of missed that family unit. But it sounds like
Mhm.
what you all have done in PDC, which is, I mean, above any other place I've heard of, is you all have created a family unit
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm telling you, it's why I'm still here. Yeah, it's the community for
Yeah.
sure. It's probably I mean, it's been the biggest blessing to me over the last year, being able to lean on them. And I'm telling you, it is the truth. I'm not even stretching the truth at all. I'm not exaggerating it, y'all. It's real. I never felt anything like this in the States. Never. That sense of cohesion. Let something go down. You don't even have to make a phone call. Drop it in a WhatsApp group. You will not be there by yourself. People will come out. We take care of each other.
And I think that's so important as an expat because in places where I don't have a community, I don't really thrive. That may be one of the issues that I had with the DR. It was hard to break into the community there. When you go to PDC, they like, wait, what? You here? Y'all ain't call me. You ain't send me a message. Like they like, where you at? So it's important. And you'll find that, like, I don't know if you're an introvert, that may not be as important, but for me, I'm an extrovert, so I need people. Like, I really
Well,
need
I'm an
it.
introvert and I need that. I promise you. I can
Okay,
stay in the house for days on end, but I need that. Just that sense of security, knowing that somebody will check on you, knowing that if
right.
you don't know something, there's somebody. Oh yeah, it's a vital part of what has built this community for me.
I mean, even when we had COVID run rampant through the group, during the Exodus Summit, the ladies were in there, they were figuring out what pharmacy had what, where they can get this, how you could get it ordered, where you got it sent to. I mean, it was absolutely amazing the way
Yeah.
that went. Like, I mean, you were not alone. They were making sure you had the soup, the tea. I mean, it was crazy. I had never really seen that like that
I
anywhere
think
else.
that's because so many of us are solo travelers or have traveled, to other places. And you know what it's like to come to a new place and have to struggle those first days trying to figure out where the grocery. You don't have to do it because we've done it. And I think that's having that experience. You don't want anybody to go through that. And so, yeah, I don't want anybody. I don't care who you are. If you're coming to PDC, shout us out, look for us, and we will make sure that you at least feel connected. There's enough WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups. Nobody should be out here feeling like they are out here on their own. That's a terrible feeling.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm in some of those WhatsApp groups. I have not left because at some point in my life, I am getting back to PDC. They have something going on every single night. There is not a night. I have to keep the group on mute because there is not a night that they
Yeah.
are not doing something in PDC.
There's an actual WhatsApp group it's OI PDC. So it's every day they drop in what's happening for that day. And it could be anything. It could be something, it could be a nightlife activity, it could be cleaning the beach, it could be anything. So yeah, this is a very connected community.
Hmm. They said they're doing Christmas in a bikini.
I'm
Yes,
all
yes,
about that life.
yeah, that's
I'm
what
all
they're
about
doing.
that.
Sonia says she doesn't have kids, so that's probably why she doesn't mind spending time away from the U.S. And that, I mean, that may be it.
It does matter.
Someone else asked the question. Okay, we said we were going to talk about this, and we have not. They want to know the Wi-Fi situation because a lot of us are remote workers.
Okay, I trade during the day. Most of you guys know my channel from Lack to Legacy really focuses on options trading and my journey just starting to trade. So now when I have money on the table first thing in the morning, if that internet goes out, it's gonna be problems. So for the most part, where I am, the internet is stable. Does it go out from time to time? Yes, it does. Don't let anybody tell you. This I would say when I was in Chicago, I never had any problems. I don't know why it works, how it works. I never had any problem with internet. This is not that. There are certain areas like, no, this is not that. If it rains really hard, it's true, your internet may be affected. I've never had it go down for 3 days and they couldn't get it up. I've never had that happen. But is it spotty sometimes? Yes. So be prepared for that. But there are all kinds of workarounds for that. There are co working spaces, there are cafes, everybody's got free Wi Fi. So is it a problem? No, I haven't heard any of my digital nomad friends say, oh, this is just unworkable. I got to leave here because of the internet. I don't think that's the case. But is it like the States? No, 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 at least not in PDC.
So that was the problem I had with some countries I went in, and my workaround, because I would see patients, I couldn't do the internet cafe and stuff like that. So my
Mhm.
workaround was my cell phone. So I would have, internet that was provided, but then my cell phone was really my backup because it was on whatever the network was, because I would do the SIM card, and then I would do a Wi-Fi extender. Y'all, I have so many gadgets that I had to try to make that work. Now, I will say in Mexico City, the internet is flawless. Like, I have
Yeah.
not, knock on wood, I have not had an issue, but it is a metropolitan city. So I think that's the thing. When you're in a metropolitan city, typically your internet is going to be flawless. Once you kind of get out, and I guess they're not called the suburban areas, but once you get out of the city, you're going to have issues. Like Costa Rica, if you're in San Jose, the internet's great. Puerto Viejo, the internet was complete trash. I would have just lost my job. Like, I mean, so keep that in mind. Pollyanna
And
said,
CDMS, don't they also have free Wi-Fi like in the parks? I can remember being able to access something. It was spotty, but at least they had it. It was free throughout some parts of the city, like the touristy
yeah.
part.
Yep, so they have the free internet. It can be a little spotty, but I mean, first of all, I was amazed that they gave you free internet. It's nowhere in Atlanta giving me free internet anywhere.
Nothing, nothing.
Um,
And CDC has the same thing, and it's spottier. It's more spotty. I don't know why they call it free, girl. It's nothing. But at least in Mexico City, I was able to catch a wave every now and then. And
yeah.
people see it's just they say they have it, and every now and then it'll come in, but I don't count on it.
And then Pollyanna said, is it safe walking around with your laptop, like if you're going to co-working spaces or cafes?
Can I take this one, sister?
Go right
Is
ahead, ma'am.
is it safe? Charisma, I lost my laptop twice in the same week and got it back both times.
Wow.
I left it on the auto bus and somebody picked it up and turned it in, y'all. I left it in a taxi. They returned it twice. So now let's not get carried away. I lost my phone. They didn't get that back. But are you safe? Yeah, yeah. Generally, people are kind. They'll watch your things for you. In PDC, you can trust somebody to watch your things. But if you're a tourist, or if you're a tourist, or you're in a touristy area, be on your P's and Q's. It's just like any other place. I
Yeah.
wouldn't leave it with a stranger, but yeah, people aren't snatching your things out of taxis. People aren't, cutting your bag, trying to, get your wallet in. No, that doesn't happen too often.
And when you go to the club at 2 a.m., you walking home.
Never afraid.
You
Never
walking
afraid.
home. Yeah, you walking in the streets. And I'm like, the lady I was with, I was like, is it okay for us to walk? She's like, yeah, girl, let's go.
We are prudent. I mean, we aren't romping through half naked drunk, but we walk everywhere. I walk everywhere. And I walk past this big old golf course coming home sometimes at night. I'm more afraid of like animals than I am of people. I'm not worried about people coming out.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think PDC is just an expat city. I mean, it's where a lot of expats have come. And, when people are coming there, I just don't think they're coming to be malicious. They're coming to get away from the city that they were
Mhm,
in that was malicious. So, I
mhm.
mean, that's the good thing about it. It's like I mean, it is a little bubble. How you have some people that's like, I don't want to live in a bubble. It is a bubble. I like the bubble life. I tried the local life for a month. The local life was not for me, honey. So I'm good with I'm like, oh, give me this condo with this pool and this gym. Let me get
That's
my
it.
fresh fruit smoothie in the morning from the man at the corner. I'm all about that bubble life.
And wait a minute, have you tasted the fresh lychees, girl, they sell on the street?
What's a lychee?
You haven't had a lychee? Just come, come. I have things for you. The things, all the things.
All the things, all
You
the
can
things.
buy them fresh. They are like the biggest, most delicious sweet grape, but it's got a seed in the middle. I'll have to get you some.
Okay. And know
Delicious.
that going from PDC to Mexico City is under $100 round trip on a
Easy
regular.
breezy.
So it's not like if you live in one or the other, you can easily go, take a quick flight there on Aero Mexico, or what is it, Viva Bus or something like that.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
I mean, you can do that. So, I mean, you don't have to be stuck. She said, Charisma missed out on all the things. Girl, I was in there exploring that city by myself for the most part. I was getting in the instructions that was given to me by Sonia,
You did
unapologetic.
well. You did well. You did well, but that's okay. We got you this time. We're gonna curate something special for you, sister. We're gonna show
You're
you
right.
how we do it.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's see. So, anything else, y'all, we didn't touch on? What? Anything else we need to share with the people?
I think we
Let's see.
covered it all. Did we leave anything out?
You
We
have
know they both
something,
have delicious tacos.
right? Yeah, tacos are
Yeah.
amazing. So, tell us about your event you have coming up. Your aren't you doing like your party?
Yes, on Friday. Thank you for reminding me. Listen, we got to giggling in here, girl. I forgot all about what. Wait a minute. So, what's the business part? Friday, Sonia and I and our friend Ali of Where's Ali. Sonia's channel is Sonia Unapologetic, and mine is From Lack to Legacy. On Friday, we're celebrating our those ladies have 1,000 subscribers, and I just reached 500 subscribers. So we're gonna have a little party together. Y'all need to come celebrate with us.
All
Bring
right.
your
I'm
cocktails.
manifesting the 1,000 subscribers. I'm around eight something. So I'm manifesting that
Yes,
on Friday. I'm gonna be partying with y'all, celebrating.
yes. Each one teach one, reach one, pull one, whatever
Girl,
it takes to get us
what
there. Listen,
drag them down the street.
you already know how we do. When I win, you win. We winning together.
Right, right. Yes, ma'am.
So
So
that's
make
Friday at we start at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Where's Ali's channel. And then at after her hour, we go over to my channel From Lack to Legacy at 5 o'clock. And then we start with Sonia at 6 o'clock. And Lord, Sonia is in the comments. Please, if I got the times wrong, don't let me say it wrong. But
Sonya, is she right?
I believe that's the time.
Okay. So Ali is at 4.
Yes,
Sandra
Eastern
is at
Standard.
5. Lack to
Mhm.
Legacy. Sonya Apologetic is at 6. What's Sonya's channel name?
Sonia Unapologetic.
Okay, so it is okay. Her name is her channel.
Yes,
So make sure y'all catch that. Sandra's link is in the description, so you can go on there. And I think that you can go ahead and click the bell to get the notification for
yep,
that. And
yep,
then
yep.
also, okay, Sonia said you got them right. Also, Sandra does you do is it one-on-one coaching or
Yes, Sonia and I both will do one-on-one calls where if you need help planning your scouting trip or if you're just coming down here to kick it, we either way, hit us up. We can help you ground transportation, help you make sure your accommodations are straight because the last thing you want to do is book in the wrong place. If you don't like noisy places, we can tell you where to avoid. If you want quiet, if you want to be on the jungle side, we know the places that you need to be. So save yourself some time, some money, and some headaches because we already did it. We already made the mistakes. We
right?
made
If you
them
don't want
all.
to be on the collectivo bus or packed in the taxi like the
See,
Mexicans, make
we
sure you
wouldn't do that.
call Sandra and Sonya.
Please, please. We want you to go home saying wonderful things about PDC. We want you to leave our little happy beach town happy with your coins.
Right. And even with all of that, I left so happy, y'all. Y'all, honey.
That's why you got to come back.
I know. I looked up the nannies. I looked up the nannies. So
That family group will get you straight. I got you. The family group will get you straight. They know all the good nannies. Girl, they know
yeah,
all the good tutors.
mhm. Nannies are around $3 to $5 an hour. Not bad at all. They're like 9, 10 here in Mexico City.
Won't he
So
do
not bad at all. So,
it?
all right. I think we gave it to you all. Everything about Mexico City, everything about Playa del Carmen, got all of Sandra's
Yeah.
information. So we're gonna see what y'all gonna do next. We shall see. Some of
Okay.
y'all gonna be there for
Good.
Christmas. So all right.
Yes. All
Well,
right, y'all.
thank you so much, Sandra, for
Thank
gracing
you,
us with your
sister,
presence.
for having me. Thank you so much. It was so much fun hanging out with you. We got to do it in person.
Yes, we'll see what happens on Thursday when I get on that flight, where that flight's going. All right, y'all.
PDC.
Well, have a good night, and I will see y'all
Bye.
next time. Make sure you like and subscribe, and ciao.
Ciao, Bella, baby.